find it difficult separating rhetoric from your daily life occasionally?
I find it completely impossible to separate rhetoric from my daily life. Over the past couple of months, all my friends have been complaining that all I talk about is politics. Apparently one of them didn't turn up.
Huh?
Apparently someone didn't turn up.
Robin.
Where's Robin? He's meant to be my observer.
No idea.
Total shambles. Apparently it's just going to be a matter of me going in and saying I didn't do anything, and then letting me go. Which just seems really bizarre.
That's all kind of a bit of character.
Yeah. Ready? Yeah, I'm ready.
Got any witnesses around me?
Apparently it's just going to be a matter of me going in and saying I didn't do anything, and then letting me go. Which just seems really bizarre.
That's all kind of a bit of character.
Yeah. A couple of weeks ago we were up in Stonehaven and Bankery and Inverurie in minus 10 degrees and a foot of snow, talking to old women about how these cuts are going to affect not just their kids and their grandkids, but them as well.
Could you talk us through what you were doing in Bankery?
No education cuts! No ifs, no buts! No education cuts! No ifs, no buts! No education cuts! No ifs, no buts! No education cuts!
They say cut back!
We say fight back!
Cut back!
Fight back!
Cut back!
Fight back!
Cut back!
Fight back!
When they say cut back!
We say fight back!
Cut back!
Fight back!
Cut back!
Fight back!
Cut back!
Fight back!
We were up in Bankery to speak to constituents who weren't necessarily students and who weren't necessarily directly engaged or traditionally engaged by what was going on, and just speaking to them about how their MP had made this pledge before the election to vote against any increase in tuition fees and was kind of teetering and considering voting for it anyway. So the idea was send a car full of students down with letters, kind of like pre-made template letters, and just getting people who we've not traditionally engaged to sign them, and then we would take them down to the office.
No ifs, no buts! No education cuts! No ifs, no buts! No education cuts! No ifs, no buts! No education cuts! No ifs, no buts, no education cuts. No ifs, no buts, no education cuts. No ifs, no buts, no education cuts.
Now set it on fire.
I don't really think we're going to have a revolution within 6 months or whatever, but I like to act like we will, and kind of use that to encourage other people, and even if I don't really think we've got any chance of succeeding, if everybody who thought that we didn't have a chance of succeeding did nothing, then we'd never get anywhere.
No, I want tire, it's pink tire.
Ties and waistcoats.
The funeral we had, I felt, was really interesting. It was organised at such a short notice, and the people we saw there were different to the kind of people we normally get at protests. What I've seen over the past month is a massive expansion in the kind of person that comes to demonstrations and the kind of person that gets involved in activism of any sort. And that's really heartening to see.
If I could just say some words to commemorate the passing of our dear friend. I don't have any words prepared. But I think we have to remember we're celebrating actually another funeral today as well. That of the Liberal Democrat Party for their betrayal to the Scottish population, the student population, and the entire country. I was down in London yesterday, and what I saw was not what the media are portraying as violent socialists or anarchists. What I saw was tens of thousands of students radicalised by what they rightly see as a government by and for the rich, taking away something that they awarded themselves and don't see fit for us. There are some people who would say that our demands are selfish, but we're here today to say much more than just to give universities more money, or not to cut the EMA, or not to raise tuition fees. We're here today to challenge the idea that the entire public sector can be hung, drawn, and quartered, while it's business as usual for those at the top.
The way it was working was like there was one member of the executive, and then there was like 5 ordinary committee members. And when someone came in to present the evidence, they kind of looked at him. It was like, "Is this all you have?" On the 10th of November, I was at the protest outside the Millbank Tower in London, and a photo was taken of me, which eventually appeared in papers all over the world, from the Guardian and the BBC to the New York Times, and there were some papers in India that published. A friend in Portugal said he saw me as well, and some of the local Tories at the university got a hold of this and notified the local press, who came and hunted me down and interviewed me about that. They also pressured the Students' Association at the university to hold some kind of disciplinary hearing, which was a total farce. That whether or not I'd done something, the photo didn't show any evidence of any kind of wrongdoing. So this is a really kind of dangerous appeasement and kind of pandering to the right at the Students' Association. Does refer me to be expelled from the university? They won't, but I think that's in principle the worst they could do, or expel me from the Students' Association. It's not going to happen, though. On the 10th of November, I was grabbed in the neck by a policeman and punched in the face by another while grabbed. I was later hit in the face by what I think was a small stone or something, which actually knocked me over, and I blacked out briefly.
Shouting slogans, burning their banners. In the middle of the courtyard there is a large fire that they've made and they're burning.
So changing the whole way that education is acquired within society, I don't think that can be taken seriously politically.
Do you take it seriously like this by yourselves? No, look, I'm aware of it. I'm keeping it.
At least you don't have the big...
No, that's true.
I don't think I've ever done disciplines, or like they're not frequent. So it's the first time it's happened to me.
I got a text from Kay. Like the blue book, like the blue book, we all get these papers. But Chloe sent Kay the book.
Ages. Occasionally at demonstrations, the police will come, and people who haven't really been on many demonstrations before are often quite scared of that. But I've spoken to the police so many times at so many demonstrations and argued with them so many times that I'm always willing to kind of take them to the side and talk about what's going on and kind of get a wee bit of leverage. When we occupied the Tory Party headquarters a couple of weeks ago here in Aberdeen, the police initially came and said they were going to kick us out, and I took them to the side and spoke to them for a few minutes and managed to change their mind. whereas a lot of people seem to just want to go as soon as the police even arrived, as soon as the man even said he was phoning the police. A lot of people wanted to go, and I think it needs people to kind of push people a wee bit further, hopefully without getting them all arrested. I like to think that that's my role. Not sustained. I'm not free. Nice. I'm not going to be lynched or anything. So there are points where I feel that, not that it isn't worth it, but that I'm the only one who thinks it is.
Lady Thatcher 2, they're the only kind of cuts I want to see from you, okay? So I'll do the verse and then everyone has to join in the chorus, or up against the wall. Right? So it goes, oh, Mr. Cameron, what can I do? I never voted Tory, but I ended up with you. Now we've got two Muppets. Oh, Mr. Cameron, I just don't understand. Oh, Mr. Cameron, please don't intervene. The guillotine.